Hi everyone, my name is Heather Lynn Marie Plummer, formerly Towner. I was married last year. I am a 23-year-old undergrad student pursuing a degree in multidisciplinary studies, and my focus is in sociology and communications. As I said, I'm married and I have two young children, a 2-year-old boy and a 1-year-old girl, who I stay at home with as well as being a full-time student. I am dedicated to my family and to my pursuit of higher education, but I'm also very passionate about the fine arts. My hobbies include painting, drawing. I even do bread art, like focaccia bread. So anything fine arts is I really gravitate towards in the little free time that I do have. In my cultural positionality map, people will learn that I am a young working class mother. So for much of my childhood, my family was incredibly poor. My parents divorced when I was really young, and so my mom kind of took on that responsibility of caring for my brother and I. My dad was in the military, so he wasn't living in the same state as us. So she kind of bore a lot of the caring for us and the providing for us. You know, I watched her try for over a decade to provide for us, and her hard work did eventually pull us out of poverty when I was about 15 years old. And I did begin to enjoy more of a comfortable lifestyle, middle-class lifestyle. But then when I was 20, I got pregnant with my son, and I knew that I really had to get serious about my education. Up until that point, I had not been pursuing a degree in college. But after watching my mom, I knew that I wanted to provide a better life for my children, and I feel like higher education is probably the best way for me to do that. Also, excuse my voice, I do have COVID right now, so I don't usually sound this raspy. I am fortunate enough to receive help for my education. I have FAFSA and student loans and that sort of thing, so I'm very grateful for that. And my husband works full-time. He works long hours to be able to, allow me to stay home with our children and for me to pursue this education. And we also benefit from programs like SNAP and Medicaid. SNAP is going to be your food stamps, which is how I put food on the table for my children with a lot less stress. I mean, it is still stressful, but again, price of groceries is going up, and I'm grateful for any extra support. My position of being a young mother has put me in somewhat of a disadvantage financially, obviously. I'm only 23, but it's impossible for me to not be grateful for the opportunities I've been given and continue this pursuit of higher education. I think a lot of my friends and family would describe me as being very kind, caring, kind of having a gentle nature. I hear all the time that I'm a good mom, but I sort of struggle to feel like that and see myself that way. Being a parent is really hard, and having to balance motherhood and school can kind of leave me feeling like I'm not always doing enough. My biggest motivation for succeeding in this class and in all of my classes obviously is for not only myself but for my children. As I said, I really feel like I am capable of building a better life for them. And that's not to say I had a bad life, but I did have a lot of struggles that I would like for them to not have to have. I want to attain my bachelor's and then pursue a career in a school district. A realistic goal of mine would be to have some kind of a teaching or advising position in a school, even somewhere like UTSA. But a dream of mine would be to own my own art studio and then teach classes through that studio. But that's kind of, baby steps. My goals for growth in communication through this class is to further develop my skills that I already have that will help me in my chosen field. I want to learn how to better articulate myself and communicate in a way that will be effective for my future students. One area I struggle with in regards to communication is expressing my needs, my expectations, and even my boundaries. I'm always anxious to upset people, so that is something that I really need to work on, and I think this class will be very beneficial for. My top 3 strategies for performing well in this class are going to be checking Canvas daily to make sure I'm up to date with assignments. I feel like that is crucial for online courses, especially, when there's not a Zoom meeting. You really got to be checking every day. And then allowing myself to fully engage with the course material, through taking physical notes, not just, doing on the computer. I find that for me, it helps a lot to really just sit down and process the information that I'm learning. And then through communicating effectively with my peers and professor when I am struggling. So, asking for clarification, asking for help when I need it, that sort of thing. But I'm really excited for this course, and thank you guys for listening.